This episode of Analog Resurgence brought to you by Skillshare. Stick around after the video to learn more. Last fall, I painstakingly put together a series of videos that detailed the rise and fall and resurrection-ish of Polaroid and Fuji's instant peel-apart pack film. From the early days of Polaroid's instant roll film to their incredible peel-apart pack film to Fuji's wonderful FP films, and now the current attempt to resurrect the format by the company One Instant. I did those videos with the help of my friend Alex, who actually very recently just finished writing his thesis on the preservation of Polaroid instant film. We shot so much of this stuff that I got completely burnt out on it, and I haven't really touched peel-apart film since, until very recently, Alex and I got together so that we could talk about 4x5, instant, peel-apart, sheet film, Polaroid. Back in the 1950s, when Polaroid was really getting into the hang of producing instant film, they introduced a version of instant film that was tailored more for professionals. This was Polaroid's instant 4x5 sheet film, and the instant 4x5 stuff came in individually wrapped exposures, where everything was contained inside of these envelopes in order for you to successfully make an instant image in a 4x5 camera. In order to shoot the 4x5 stuff, of course, you needed a 4x5 camera, or at least a camera that could take 4x5 film backs on it, along with a special film holder for these instant shots. It contains a roller assembly inside of it, so that when you pull the instant film out, a chemical pod is broken and the developing process can instantly begin. I have the Polaroid 545 holder, but there are a few different versions of this holder. The Polaroid 500, 545, 545i, and the 545 Pro, but they're all basically the same. The holder has a lever with two positions, L for loading and P for process. Flip it to L and we can load in our instant shot. Being careful not to press on this area, which contains a chemical pod, and paying attention to the side that faces out towards the lens of the camera. Then when we're ready to shoot, we put the holder on our camera and pull the envelope out until it stops. This envelope acts as a built-in dark slide, protecting the light-sensitive portions of the film so that we can load it, and when we pull it out, our actual film is still in the holder and ready for exposure. We take our shot, we flip the lever to process, and then we can pull it out through the rollers, which breaks the chemical pod, spreads the chemicals across our negative, and begins the instant developing process. After a few seconds, we can tear open the envelope, peel it apart, and behold, a large instant film print. Larger than regular 3¼ by 4¼ pack film, and of course, integral film like 600 film. Now in its day, this stuff was designed for pros, but that didn't stop Alex and I from getting our hands on some expired stuff with very mixed results. Also, this stuff used to come in boxes of 20 shots, which is pretty cool.
This is how you're supposed to do this, by the way. I don't know if you saw that, but that's the expert here.
We got 3 Type 55. There's a bunch of Type 59, which is 80 ISO color. And this was all cold stored, but expired in January 99.
Okay, can you move to your right? No, other way, other way, other way.
Your right?
There, perfect. Stand
So
right
my
there.
left.
Just stand right there.
Okay.
Look in the camera.
Then it will catch on the bottom there. Good. And then you want to start a timer for 20 seconds?
I don't have a phone on me.
Okay, oh wait, no, I can look at this. Yeah, go. I wasn't paying attention. All right, do it. Nothing. Okay, so 5.
Lands towards the lens.
Okay, that's all the way in. Okay, so you got chemicals on the edge. And peel it open.
No, another one.
That's weird. I got your timer. 119.
The extended range. This stuff, like, in terms of, like, dye stability, is worse than the older stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it doesn't hold up as well?
Oh.
This one worked. I don't know, maybe it's the defective one? Every other one works. Oh, you tear the paper there. Pretty sloppy.
Craftsmanship.
Alright. Peel. Yeah.
That's actually the best one I've taken today.
Probably.
Magical mystery tour.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
A little over, but
A touch over, yeah, but like not terrible. It's gonna firm up. Do you want to do 5'6"? Like I can do 5'6".
You do whatever you want.
Get sit in there.
What was your thing?
No, every time we shoot,
Within a stone's
you rarely
throw.
get a good photo of me.
Yeah. Actually, I've gotten a lot of bad photos of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get like normally like these like rock star photos.
Like all great Polaroid products, this stuff is long discontinued. It was in production from the late 1950s all the way up until 2005 when Polaroid went bankrupt initially, which killed this stuff off for good, along with things like pack film. Over the course of the format's lifespan, 4x5 instant sheet film came in a variety of ISO options and in both black and white and color, with film types including type 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 64, 72, 79, and 510, which was a specialty film with a super high ISO. Today, the Project New 55 does offer a 100 ISO and a 400 ISO version of an instant peel-apart sheet film, which they produce entirely themselves in Massachusetts. It's based on the original Polaroid Type 55 film, which allowed you to not only get an instant print when you shot this stuff in a camera, but also save the negative portion as well, which allowed you to have a large format negative version of the instant shot that you just took. New 55 was started originally in 2014 by inventor Bob Crowley, but in 2018 production stopped and the project seemed to be dead. Luckily, efforts have been made to keep it going, at least for now, but their website makes it clear that there might not be a permanent solution still. Famous format is just a ghost ship of New 55 films. Sam Heiser and Charles Fendrock are running the assembly desk and web shop in order to keep the supply chain of the New 55 PN 4x5 peel-apart films alive until we achieve financing and reorganization. So the 4x5 instant sheet stuff is still not exactly like back for good. But today, as long as you're okay with a long turnaround time, New 55 offers their 100 and 400 ISO black and white instant sheet film in boxes of 5 shots for a cost of $75 American. For some reference here, a 1995 issue of Popular Photography lists 20 sheet boxes of this 4x5 film costing anywhere between $30 and $50 American. Adjusted for inflation, that's roughly $50 to $90 for a box today. This stuff is also not something that we'll see Polaroid bring back themselves today. The factory that was saved back when they were the Impossible Project, when Polaroid shut down initially, is only capable of making integral film, along with all of their efforts seem to be focused specifically on that kind of stuff. It's all very different from the instant peel apart stuff, pack film, sheet film, all that stuff. It's just not feasible for them to do it anymore. Right now, One Instant is working on resurrecting pack film in some shape or form, but they're also dealing with sustainability and just feasibility of being able to do that. Their black and white stuff that they teased and did in small batches seems to have some long-term promise, but in terms of color and this stuff, it's still tricky, and they're not working on the instant sheet film stuff. There did also exist in the past 4x5 pack film, which is different. It's essentially just regular pack film, but larger. It was things like FP100C45 from Fuji and Polaroid Type 559. We tried our best with this stuff, and of course, expired Polaroid is super hit and miss, which is evident in some of our frustration throughout.
Polaroid sucks.
But it's interesting to look back on some of these products and think about how Polaroid at one time had such a variety of different products that were aimed at different levels of photographers. So my advice for anybody that's throwing money at this expired stuff today is cross your fingers.
Exposed? Exposed?
Hold the whole thing out. Yep, perfect. Cool.
This is great though. This is actually...
This looks really nice. That's so far...
better in the sun. It's
some of the best here. Yeah, throw it down on the...
Yeah, look at that. So there's a magenta shift.
There is, and I do frequently get that kind of artifacting right down the middle, and it's not the film holder, because I've shot other successful stuff with that holder.
I was talking to my thesis advisor about this, and she was like, well, why is this stuff not available anymore? And I kind of had to explain that, like, chemically, these things aren't going to be around, and machines are not around, technicians aren't around. The thing that really interests me, and I think why I want to write my thesis on this stuff, is that we can do every single 19th century process. Every single one of them. We know how to do it. With 20th century color process in particular, we can't really do it in the 21st century.
Yeah.
There's going to be a point, I think, in the next like 15, 20 years where you won't be able to do any of this stuff, especially with Polaroid, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So this is like the end of it, and I think that's quite interesting. I think that like there will be like I'm not nostalgic for a time when Pilopart's around, but like this is just a fun process to work with, and I'm very thankful that I get to. Good to go, man.
All right. This one is gonna be for real this time. Oh yeah. Great looking. Shot at 400 as well. I feel that. Good? Oh yeah. That looks really good.
Yeah, this is amazing, actually.
That's actually like really even. All right. We got goo. Ooh, yeah, there we are. Not bad.
Show the viewers, man. Come on.
Yeah, the color looks good in terms of like the range that it can capture from like the completely clear sky into like the darker of the shadows of the green.
You know, when I woke up this morning, I was gonna be like, you know, everything's gonna be great today. All this film, perfect. Every day, amazing. You want to see what this one looks like?
Yeah.
This one looks like that. I didn't shoot that one. Pretty great because I shot it. Pretty great because I metered it.
Quite a few failures today.
They've all been yours.
No, a bunch have been yours.
I've had 0 failures. Okay, this is the last one. All right, this one is perfect. We retire.
Oh, there's nothing left to do with you.
No, but we're gonna retire.
I still have a lot of other things I could do.
We're gonna retire.
Do you have a timer going?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, 25 seconds, everyone. 25 seconds.
No, do it. Good? Nothing? Overexposed?
No, it's really good.
Is it really good?
Yeah, it actually is.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
It's really good.
So it didn't focus?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's close as it can be to focus.
My God, he's done it again!
Yeah. Alright, retired. Retirement sale. Big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video today. Skillshare is a massive online learning community that offers courses covering an absolutely insane variety of topics in order for you to learn, explore, and dive deeper into your own creativity. Whenever I'm working with film scans here on the channel of Super 8 and 16, I use DaVinci Resolve for my own color grading, a program that is incredible, but complex. Through courses on Skillshare like Adam Schraby's color grading crash course in DaVinci Resolve, these skills and programs become so much more accessible for you to use yourself. Skillshare has no ads and is always dropping hot new courses for you to check out. So honestly, instead of wasting your time in film school like I did, check out Skillshare. The first 1,000 people to use the link in the description of this video will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. Nothing. We're bad at this. Make a hell of contact print with this. No, we're not bad at this. It's you're
just
bad
old. Wow. Look at that. Four pictures and a lot of waste.
Yeah.
The format of kings.
Champions.
Truly. Polaroid 8x10?
That's next.
That's just need a couple grand.
Couple grand.